Are you looking to write your first book? If you are, I want you to know that I've got you covered. Perhaps you've got no clue how you're going to write the chapters, how you're going to edit, all that stuff. Look no further because I will be your book writing coach. My name's Phil, and I've been in the book writing business for over 18 years. I've written various books, everything from full-on textbooks like this about agile project management, books like this about fiction, paperback, and hardcover books alike. Here's a paperback book, Project Management, a Layman's Guide. Here are audiobooks that I've written over the years, and these are, pretty bulky audiobooks. This was the 2020 release. This was the 2016 release or so. So if you want someone who has been there, done that, I've also published DVDs, such as this one that came tumbling down, DVDs with drama productions and educational material. So you have got someone who knows the tricks of the trade to writing books. And most importantly, we're going to keep the costs low so that you are going to be able to self-publish your first book. And not to mention if you are a comic book writer or illustrator, because this is my comic. I've been there, done that. I've written them all, done them all. Audiobooks, comics, textbooks, fiction, name it. But there's a secret sauce to writing. And that secret sauce is what I'm going to help you be able to craft your work around. Let me show you how it all works. So you sign up for coaching and mentoring with me. And when you have signed up for coaching, we jump aboard a very specific time frame. I'm looking at 60 days for us to publish your first book. I'm up for the challenge. Are you up for the challenge? Do you think you've got what it takes? I think you've got what it takes, which is why I am putting this program out there for people who want to write books. We're going to get your first book published. We're going to launch it. You're going to find your audience, and you are going to become a published author in 60 days. Now you may ask, but Phil, how? I just showed you. I do this all day long. Right now I'm wrapping up my 20th book. And you know that I train a lot of leadership and project management, and all of those require a high level of detail and specificity. So I've been there, done that. You know, when I started training and coaching people to write their books, was when my daughter's third grade teacher said, I am writing a book. And I said, interesting. Do you have a publisher? And she said, no, I don't have a publisher. And I said, you know what? I can give you some guidelines. I can coach you. I can help you. Long story short, she is now a published author. Her work is on Amazon. And I decided to make this available to more people. And I help people covertly. I've helped so many people to craft their first publication. And I want to help you. So let me show you how this is going to happen. We have a very specific schedule here, okay? And I'm just going to roll up the schedule so you can see it at a higher level. All right, so we have the brainstorming phase. Brainstorming for ideas, it doesn't need that long. I'm going to show you the tricks. You probably already have an idea. So the brainstorming stage is to create a mind map. That's what we're going to do first. And then we're going to research similar books. You're going to have a session with me where we craft our plan. And then you're going to move into phase 2. You're going to write that first draft. And trust me, there are a lot of tricks of the trade to getting your first draft. I've put it at 33 days. And I know you may think that's a little bit too long. Some of you might think, oh, I've already got my draft. That's cool. But some of you might also say, oh, it's a little bit aggressive. No, it's not. This is absolutely doable. I have written books in days. I've written books in hours. One of my mentors who I listen to a lot wrote a book in hours that changed his entire business. It is doable. You can become an author as well by writing a book in 33 days for your first draft. It's absolutely doable. The current book I'm writing on, I've been writing that book now for going to just a little bit over 2 weeks, and there's already so much content, great volume. Hey, and for those of you who are wondering, where do I get art from? Where do I get an illustrator? Whether you want an illustrator or you want to use cheaper methods for illustrating your book, I'll show you all that stuff. I'll show you various options. Whether you want people to illustrate that book for you or you want to buy already made art, there are so many options. All right, let's go to number 3. Revise and edit the first draft, 8 days. Again, there are many ways, many vehicles of doing this. I could share with you the tricks of the trade that I use. For example, when I partner with people to write books, we leverage the power of a team. And I will show you how you can leverage team power to get more done. And we're not talking about huge amounts of money. We're talking about very minuscule amounts. In some instances, $0, because I will also show you how to harness not only a team of people, but I will show you how to harness the power of artificial intelligence. If you are so inclined, there are many ways to write a book that is totally your idea and your content. And there are tricks, even when you create art, there are tricks in the prompts that you use. So whether we are using the likes of Dolly or we're using Midjourney, I will show you how to get some world-class content. All right, so that is step 3. And step 4, get feedback on the revised draft. So I have an editor. You should have an editor, but I'll show you ways to get your book edited. Really great. I'll show you ways. There's so many options. All right, here we have publish and market the book. And again, tricks of the trade. I'll be showing you. So if this is something you want to embark on, maybe you've made it your life dream, your life project has been, I just want to become an author and write a book. You got to take it from a guy who's written over 20 of them. And my mentor, John Maxwell, has written hundreds of books, going to 100 at least. And what catalyzed my writing in terms of publishing and putting copious work out there, because I had books before, I just hadn't been bold enough to put my name on the book. But when I met John, who is my mentor and coach in leadership, who has written gazillion books, you might have heard me talk about some of John's books, I was challenged to put out my first book with my name on it. And my first book is called Project Management Mid-Level to C-Level. And I published that book, and the rest is history. It's been one book after another. The No Good Leader, 7 Symptoms and Several Remedies to Project Failure, Getting Rich in Project Management, so on and so forth. So why don't we work on your book? Take this up a notch. Stop thinking, oh, I want to become an author someday. Today's the day. All right? So I want you to either click the link below or shoot an email to Project Leadership Institute at gmail.com. That's Project Leadership Institute at gmail.com. If you want to write your first book and have me coach and mentor you to get that thing out in 60 days, I ain't playing games. I'm every bit determined and serious as you are. So let's make this happen, all right? Send the email, projectleadershipinstitute.com, or just go on down to the link. It's books.hpmexam.com. Books.hpmexam.com. I'm going to put it here for your reference. Books, all one word, .hpmexam.com, and you will get more information about how you can sign up for this awesome coaching and mentoring author program. We're going to get your book written, my friend. Thank you very much for joining me. Ask any questions, but let's get moving. Spots are limited. So, my friend, going down to the website, you see all the information on the screen, books.hpmexam.com. Send an email to projectleadershipinstitute@gmail.com, and you will get all the information you need. And together, we are going to make your dream of becoming an author. We're going to make it a reality, my friend. You are going to have author status, but it's not just about that. I want to make it very clear. The reason why you want to be an author is because you have a dream. You have a dream of something you want to put out there. I had a dream of this comic book. I said, I want to teach people project management. I want them to know project management through a fun lens. And that's what I did. This book, I said, I want people to learn Agile. I want them to learn it the right way, the way I was taught by my buddy Roy, right? So we wrote that book together. There are other books I could keep showing you, book after book after book. I got to show you this one. Hold on, I got to show you this book. Give me a second. I'm going to grab a couple more books to show you. Now, as you can see, I'm pretty excited about this book because it's another book that my buddy Roy and I wrote. It's called PMP Exam Immersion. It's in full color. I don't know if you can see the color. You probably can't. But this book is in full color, and it is, I'll give you a page estimate, 605 pages thereabout. Look at the thickness of that puppy. Look at that book. Look at that book. Now you can imagine having written this book. This is another one called Project Management Essentials. This is the Agile Principle book. And I could go on and on. I will help you. I will show you. And go on down to the site. Let's begin a conversation. And let's get your dream birthed. It's time, my friends. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you in the program.